today we have Reeflex's Ultra Telephoto lens, the Super Telephoto lens, and the iPhone's telephoto cameras. This is a lot of telephoto, and I'm here to show you the differences between them and help you work out which one is right for you. For example, if the 17 Pro already has a 200mm camera built in, then what do you need the Super Telephoto lens for at 200mm? Interesting question. Well, I've been out shooting with all of these lenses, and I'm here to show you the results. Starting with the iPhone itself, the 17 Pro. This is a 48 megapixel Pro RAW and a 12 megapixel RAW photo at 100mm. Then we have the 17 Pro's 200mm lens taken from the same spot. This is available at 12 megapixels only, and you can't shoot in RAW. So that's the 17 Pro's telephoto cameras, just laying the foundation there. Now let's introduce the Super Telephoto lens. This doubles the reach of the iPhone's built-in telephoto cameras. So it takes that 100mm telephoto to 200mm, and it takes the 200 to 400. And that's the easiest way to work out what it does for your phone. It just doubles the focal length of your telephoto. And this is why you'd want to shoot with the Super Telephoto at 200mm over the iPhone's built-in 200mm lens. The focal length may be the same, but there's just so much more going on here. The most obvious being the bokeh, which is the out of focus areas. At 200mm, the Super Telephoto offers much more pleasing bokeh, much better subject background separation, and you can shoot at 48 megapixels, so you get a far higher resolution result. Plus, at 200mm with the Super Telephoto, you can shoot in RAW. RAW is my favorite format to shoot in with these telephoto lenses. Definitely consider it if you don't want any additional iPhone processing. And the Super Telephoto isn't even done. It also has 400mm at 12 megapixels available on the 17 Pro. With this level of background separation, we truly leave the phone look behind. And it looks like we've used a camera with a much larger sensor, or we've somehow managed to open up the aperture on the iPhone, which we can't do. But the Super Telephoto doesn't stop there. It is not done. It also has macro add-ons. The macro add-ons are these little rings of glass that magnetically attach to the front of the Super Telephoto, and they let you take macro photos from much further away than a typical macro lens on the iPhone, including the one that comes built in. You've got a 200mm and a 300mm add-on, and yes, that is more millimeters, but don't get confused, it's really straightforward. All you really need to know is that with the 300mm, you can fit more in the frame and you get more depth of field, meaning more is in focus. Whereas the 200mm add-on is closer and the depth of field is shallower. So it depends on what you're photographing and how close you want to get. And nothing else changes. The Super Telephoto still produces the exact same results as it does without the macro add-ons. Same resolutions, same everything. And for a much more detailed look about how the macro add-ons work and their results with the Super Telephoto, we have an almost 25-minute long macro add-on tutorial. Now let's bring in the Ultra Telephoto. Just catch the light in just the right way. Look at that front element. Beautiful thing. Right, this thing triples the iPhone's built-in telephoto cameras. So on the 17 Pro, we go from 100 to 300 and from 200 to 600mm. And this means that at its widest, at 300mm, the Ultra Telephoto is closer than the 17 Pro's longest telephoto at 200mm. And there's also some overlap with the Super Telephoto because the Super Telephoto maxes out at 400mm on the 17 Pro. The Ultra Telephoto starts at 300mm, but the Ultra Telephoto's 300mm can go up to 48 megapixels and you can shoot in RAW. Plus, this will then go on to 600mm. And when we do so, just look at this background separation. Yes, I am far too close here, so let me switch to a further back example. Here we go. These focal lengths really minimize that phone look. In fact, they don't just minimize the phone look, it's gone. These don't look like they were taken with a phone. even the JPEG, straight out of the camera. JPEG catching strays there. Straight out of the camera, and these are unedited. Every example you've seen in this video is unedited. This is what you get straight out of the camera. Let's swap the 600mm shot for a super telephoto shot at 400mm, and we get the same kind of result. Next, let's bring in a 200mm super telephoto shot and a 200mm iPhone shot. And finally, the iPhone's 100mm telephoto camera now looks like a wide angle. Next, I have examples where I keep Gwyneth the same size in each photo by moving backwards and forwards with the different lenses. It's pretty cool. So far, I've stayed in the same spot and I've shown you different fields of view. But by moving backwards and forwards and keeping the subject the same size, it's really going to hammer home how subject distance changes the relationship with the background. So this is a 100mm photo. It is a raw image. And this is a 200mm super telephoto raw image. And look at how much closer and narrower the background is. It's also very subtly flattened the facial features. And of course it is out of focus, as we have become accustomed to with the super telephoto. And finally, let's go to a 300mm raw image with the Ultra Telephoto. And this is pretty spectacular. At 100mm, the background, it's part of the scene, and Gwyneth looks like she's in that scene. Less so at 200mm, we start to separate, and then at 300mm, the focus is completely on her. She is now completely separated from the background, and it even looks like a backdrop. And when I was going through these photos, I was reminded of how with the Ultra Telephoto and the Super Telephoto, you get so much more than what they actually are, because you can take these lenses off and put them back on at any time, which lets you create these much larger and engaging and varied photo stories. Many different focal lengths, many different resolutions. So with the Ultra Telephoto lens by itself, you have 100, 200, 300, and 600mm. And that's just telephoto. That's not counting the wider lenses on the iPhone. But as we've seen, we can do a lot better at 200mm with the Super Telephoto. And if you had both, you'd get 100, 200, and 300mm at 48 megapixels, plus RAW and the macro add-ons. You'd get 400mm at 12 megapixels and 600mm at 12 megapixels. And yes, I have just thrown a load of millimeters and megapixels at you there, and it is a lot, but you get a lot with these lenses plus the macro add-ons as well. And if it is a lot, I hope the examples have shown you. I hope you're becoming familiar with what it means when we say, 300 at 48 megapixels and 400 at 12 megapixels and things like that. And this video will serve us into the future. The Ultra Telephoto is currently, as I record this, it is on Kickstarter. It's currently the 17th of May, and the Kickstarter is due to end soon. So within the next 10 days, so anytime after that, it is not going to be available on Kickstarter, but it will be at Reeflex store, and so will the Super Telephoto and the macro add-ons. And we have loads more videos. There's this, we've got deep dives, loads of tutorials, like 25-minute long tutorial for this and the macro add-ons. We've got tutorials for this as well. So much content to help you choose which one is right and get the most out of these lenses. We want you to get the most out of these lenses, and that's why we make these videos. So thank you so much for watching. Hope that has answered some questions for you. I hope you have enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you in the next one. Ozzy Buna, she never den Beckerund.